Welcome back to season 2 of the Thrift Store Horde, episode 2. Jason here, of course. Adam and Kevin are both here. Hey guys.
Hello.
Howdy.
We've all been going through some fun stuff last couple weeks. Kevin's been sick. I've been sick. Adam, hopefully your family has been doing okay.
We're hanging in.
That's good. Yeah. Watching you through that new vintage video lens. I see you still going recording a lot of stuff with that camcorder.
Oh, it's a prize, man. Just to create those moments for sure.
Can I ask how much you paid for that?
Well, so they wanted originally like $75 or something. My mom was there with me and she's like, I know you love thrifting, because she's the one who trained me in the ways of thrifting. So she's like, let me help you get a deal, because she's like the super haggler. So we get up there, she's like, will you take $30 for this? He's like, yeah, I don't care. And so,
oh my God. Oh, wow. I was going to ask last time and I was like, I would have thought maybe closer to 100 for something like that.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those places. Yeah, so it never hurts to ask. That's what I've learned.
No kidding. Well, Kevin, I know you've been coming off a rough battle there with COVID. How you feeling, bud?
I am better. I'm still not completely over it. Like, I'm good enough to work. I'm good enough to do things. My voice in the middle of this was horrible. I could not have recorded at all. Like, I couldn't speak, nothing. And everyone says, I don't know if you've experienced it too, but like pretty much everyone's saying you got the initial bout and then you can go back to work, you can resume. But the long term, the fatigue and stuff like that, lingering cough is like 1 to 2 months.
Yeah.
I'm still in that, which is great.
Yeah, you'll be seeing me drinking some stuff
yeah,
as we go along. I already saw Adam take a drink, so yeah, you just bear with us, people.
I never drank so much in my life. I was keeping so hydrated during that.
I have a drinking problem. So how's your finding your hunting been this last few weeks? Well, I know, Kevin, you probably haven't got out as much, but how's it been for you?
I may have, when I went back to work, I may have taken the long way home a couple times. I was like, all right, what time is it now? What time is wrestling on tonight? Do I have anything else going on? Let me take the long way home. So I was able to do some stuff. And the funny thing was, there's someone that I work alongside that knows a lot of the geeky things I'm into, because he likes a lot of it too. So there are a few things when I came back that he's like, hey, you almost missed out on these things. I hit them for you though.
Oh, nice. You got a partner. That's great.
Yep. Comic store held stuff for me. You know, they're like, whenever you're here, we got stuff. And he's like, I got a couple other things. If you don't want them, that's fine, but I'm putting them off the side. You can go through them first. I'm like, all right, thanks.
That's great.
So
now, Adam, I know you've been chomping at the bit probably for the last 2 weeks. You've got some good stuff over there. So has it been Christmas all over again, or what's been going on?
It really has. Yeah, I've been bugging you guys like, how you feeling? Can we get it? Come on, guys, let's get it. Because I found some treasures I can't wait to share. So it's been wonderful.
I don't know how you're going to top that camcorder, but I guess we'll see.
We'll see.
Especially for that price.
Yeah. I've been pretty lucky lately at my normal stops, having some pretty fun stuff. And then I did Kevin's little thing, and I left work early one day and hit this antique mall, and my wife was texting me while I was there, we have this thing tonight, because we have the trackers on our phones, where we're at. And I specifically go there because she hates that place. The air conditioning is spotty at best. I don't know if you have those kind of, buildings, antique malls where some of them don't have air. It's horrible down here in the South when you find those places. But, I did find a couple things up there too, mainly for Adam. I got a lot of stuff for Adam. So I told him, you're going to be getting a package here before too long, because if not, I'm going to have to send a U-Haul your way or something. Hire 2 guys in a truck. All right, so Adam, let's just have you go first since you're chomping at the bit. I want to see what you got, man.
So I think we'll do the slow build here, but obviously VHS is always on the docket, always keeping an eye out. But lately, one of the things I've just continued to be amazed by and grab are the head cleaners. Just that there's such a variety. There's so many different styles, and this is one of the liquid ones you can kind of see there. But it's still sealed in there, and it's just, so who knows? It says it's wet dry. You can do both, versions of it. But I'm very curious to know how that holds up. I got another one here. So yeah, there's the video head cleaner just for comparison. And then, of course, always on the hunt for CBS Fox. I didn't realize how many sports videos they had released. I know you were talking for Chad Drove. You were finding those VHS for him. So look, I got a Magic Johnson. Put magic in your game, okay?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So check that out. And then also the Michael Jordan's Playground.
I remember that one too. Yeah.
Okay. Other one is just a classic here, Flight of the Navigator.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't have it in my collection yet, so I wanted to add that. That's one you got to have. This one was truly unique. I have to imagine it came around the time that Nickelodeon was just hitting its stride. This is Mr. Wizard, but from the 60s.
Yep.
That's right.
Yeah. Mr. I didn't realize he'd been doing it that long.
He's got his own YouTube channel. Like, you can go over there and watch those old episodes. I subscribe to him. Yeah, and I see like old episodes of him pop up.
Well, we used to have these Science Wednesdays in elementary school. They'd get everybody together, do a science project. They'd ask, who knows how this works? That didn't see it on Mr. Wizard. That was always the caveat.
Yeah, he was whatever market, like New York, Chicago, whatever. He had done it for years, and then when Nickelodeon got bigger, they picked it up and had the more recent ones on there.
That's awesome. Yeah, so I was excited to find that. Now, you guys know I've been loving my Jane Fonda, my workout videos. I love finding these unique ones. I walked into a store, they had a pile of them, and I picked the most interesting ones. This one here, the Daytona Beat. Okay, so this is at Daytona Beach. Okay. And they're like on a boardwalk there, and they got this whole group of ladies doing their workout, which just cracked me up. But then the Marky Mark workout.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Is amazing because every time he does his workout, he's got just a beautiful woman or two with him, like these fitness models, and everybody's oiled up and they're just like getting too close for comfort during these workouts. So it cracks me up that they put that out and with music by Donnie Wahlberg. So there you go.
Not by Mark himself.
Yeah, Mark, he did not rap in the video, but maybe they had a track of his. They just claimed it was all Donnie, so I'll take their word. I'm a bigger New Kids fan anyway, so. Debating right now, I think I'll just do books and music together. So I think that's all I have for now for the VHS. So.
Okay, Kevin, you want to go next?
Sure. All right. So this is going to start, this is going to be called the regrettable round. Okay. Will make sense in a second. I got really frustrated with having too much stuff a year or so ago, and I got rid of a bunch of the VHS I had. And I regretted it.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's some just stupid stuff that I still want. So now I'm rebuying some VHS as I find them. And I found cool stuff, but it's also like, I had this. I could have saved this money had I not thrown the stuff out forever ago.
Good thing they're earning like $1, right?
Exactly. It's dirt cheap. So it wasn't anything. So I'm trying to be more specific about the VHS collection and not just having like everything. I don't know exactly what my theme will be yet. Right now it's like a nostalgia or ooh-ah, but like I don't need Titanic on VHS,
Right, yeah.
All right, so these were the recent VHS finds, and then I got one other regrettable thing. They'll be in this round. Okay, so I found Ninja Turtles, Great Bodini, Burger King Kids Club edition. I had all of these. Time to start that again. I don't know what this is, and I can't wait to find out. It is Terror Tunes.
Oh,
R-rated.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, nothing looks familiar on it at all. Like no actors, no. Does that say Lizzie Borden on the back? Starring Lizzie Borden. So I don't know what I'm in for.
Never heard of it.
Probably not good, but I had to grab it.
Right.
Speaking of ridiculous and horror, Return of the Killer Tomatoes. I've only watched the first one like within the last couple of years. I've never seen the sequel.
The sequel is so much better. George Clooney is
Really?
in it, and it is hilarious. It is so much better than the original. Yeah.
I mean, I love the original for as stupid as it is. Like, I love that it's stupid. So, okay, I'll have to do that. I actually got my VHS hooked up too. I rearranged my entertainment stand because Declan didn't like how it was. I tore everything apart, rearranged it. I found Coach. So media release starring Kathy Lee Crosby. It's claims it's like teen sex comedy kind of thing, but not for her. Like, because she's more respectable in the movie or something. I don't know. I gotta find a night to watch it. It's only 100 minutes, so
She's the original Wonder Woman. You know that, Kevin, right? Before Linda Carter got the job, there was a TV movie of Wonder Woman, and Kathy Lee Crosby played Wonder Woman.
Really?
It was like so unrelated to Wonder Woman except for the name. And
It's
then
called
they did
Wonder Woman,
the
though?
Carter thing. Yeah.
No idea.
no, it's not like that, like a superhero roast thing or
No, it's 100% a full. She's like a spy, and she's called Wonder Woman, and she wears the Star Spangled outfit, but it's got a skirt, and it's like, but it's officially, it was supposed to be, it was licensed by DC Comics, Wonder Woman, but it's you wouldn't know it.
All right.
Weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
someone's probably leaked it on YouTube or something by now.
Yeah.
The only thing I know her from is that, what is it? That's Incredible with John Davidson. She hosted that kind of Guinness World Record show and weird stuff,
All right. So what I'm hearing is I got to get at least a post out of this.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
think, yeah, absolutely.
All right. Do either of you guys know anyone that collects beer steins? But you're familiar with it. The people do.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. So one of the more famous ones is from the area I live in right now. And this was apparently you could buy it at the brewery, which is like 20 minutes down the road. You could buy this VHS because they do tours. You can see like the beer and the steins and everything for it. But it is a little thing called Schultz and Dooley, which had commercials. Here's them a little more close up. They had commercials for Utica Club beer, and they had a whole thing for it. You could buy all of them. Let's see. We also got Farmer Muggy because it's a mug.
So it's like the Steins talking and stuff.
Yep. As the commercials.
Oh my God.
The Countess, Officer Suds, and UC, which looks problematic.
That is ridiculous.
No, so yeah, I guess you could buy.
I want to watch it.
Yeah, I guess this was like a thing at the end of your tour. You could just pick it up, and it's all like the old black and white commercials for it too. Utica Club used to be like one of the biggest beers in the country, kind of went under, much like the city of Utica. But now it's got like a nostalgic, kick to it and everything. So some of these are coming back, and actually, if you find the actual steins, they're worth a lot of money too. All right. So to cap off my problematic round, it's not a VHS. So I found this.
Oh, the Beastie Boys.
Sons of Signs. It is supposed to be a 4-record set.
Oh.
It is greatest hits. There's like some hit, like obscure stuff on here and everything. So excited, grabbed it. I was like, oh, the box looks a little beat up. I didn't pay attention. Box is a little beat up because there are no records.
Oh, shoot, man.
However, there is like a history of Beastie Boys book.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, well, that I got it for nothing, pretty much. I was like, okay, well, that's worth it though. I'll get this book for the trip through it and see all the cool stuff in here. And I actually have this full album on CD anyways, but I don't have a book for it. So yeah, I just thought when I saw it, I thought the box was just crushed on the end, and I was in a rush. I didn't look. It's what always happens. It's when you get a tape with mold all over it, or something like that, when you don't look quick. So I'm still excited though. I'm still going to keep it for the book part. And who knows, maybe one day I'll be at a different thrift store and find the records. Yeah, I regret it and I don't at the same time.
It's so funny you bring that up. I have the CD version of that. It's on 2 CDs. It comes with a little mini booklet. My son just asked me literally, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, do you have any Beastie Boys? And I gave him that to play in his car, and he's continually, I hear the Beastie Boys every time he comes home. So he's listening to that Sounds of Silence anthology right now. So it's funny. I immediately recognized the picture when you put it up there. I was like, oh, you got the anthology. That's cool. I didn't know it came in. I mean, that's awesome that you got it on the LP size, though. It's almost like a picture book, a coffee table book.
Well, that's the thing, because like the booklets and CDs, I appreciate them, but I rarely actually look through them. But that being the coffee table, and I can actually look at it, and with my old eyes now, I'll enjoy it more. Have you given him Paul's Boutique yet?
I have not. No, I don't have that on CD. So again, if you know me, I'm a victim of the BMG and Columbia House era, and I just went all out on greatest hits stuff. And that was my trend for the longest time. I don't remember when that anthology came out. I think it was around maybe 95-ish.
I remember where I was working.
know I had it in college.
This says 2000, but that's not right. That's probably when this press was.
Well, unless the records came out later, but I know I had that in college because I listened to that all the time. But anyway, yeah. All right. Well, I'm just going to do my mostly VHS finds since we kicked off with that. I say mostly because I went to a Goodwill over by the Air Force Base. We hit that one maybe once a month if we're lucky. And I usually find the same old records there, same old stuff. Found a stack of Adam's video discs.
Yeah.
Sent him some pictures, and he chose one to keep because they $5. That seemed a little bit high for me. But anyway, here you go. Buckaroo Banzai.
Yes.
On video disc. So to go with Superman and all those ones I found, you were up north. You got that. I cannot remember. I think you needed this one. I picked it up anyway. Dead of Winter, your CBS Fox release. Yep. So there's another one for you. I found a bunch for Chad. Chad, thank you again for our season 2 promos. You inspired me to go out and make the Thrift Store Horde logo that you see at the beginning of this series. Found a bunch. Actually, there's a blank tape for Adam there, RCA. Pick that up. Found a bunch of sports tapes for you, Chad, and I'm going to be sending you a box soon. All right, so we have the Superstars of Sports basketball, Michael Jordan in his kind of generic uniform there. Kareem and Dr. J. Kareem's on there twice. This one came out in 1992. We have All the Best NFL. I think that's an NFL Films video from, let's see, 1987. There you go. 60 cents on that. Thank you, Goodwill. He's been collecting the Sports Illustrated tapes. I've got the 1993 Year in Sports that came with your subscription. So there you go, Chad. Also, this one was interesting. Comes in a clamshell. Baseball in the News. Classic newsreels from 1951 and 55 through 55. So there was 3 volumes. Watch your baseball memories come alive. Joe DiMaggio's last home run. You've got Roger Maris hits number 61 on the last day of the 61 season. Originally $30.
Oh, God.
I don't know if that was for the entire set. I had not seen this before. Came out in 1984.
Wow.
Probably was.
So interesting there. Some baseball. And then a classic. This is the original one, 1989. Dazzling Dunks and Basketball Bloopers. There you go. That gray cover, I instantly recognized it. All right, some for me. Excuse my voice again. Picked up a clamshell of The Never Ending Story.
Nice.
Still had the original insert in there. So that was cool. Show you, I've actually got the Goonies one that's on there. That's, I think, that came out at the same time. So one of my favorite movies of all time. Another one that just, we rented it so many times, and it's so quirky and weird, and I love it. The Three Fugitives, starring Nick Nolte and Martin Short.
I remember that box art, you know, seeing that at the store, but I never rented it. How is it? It's fun.
Never seen it. It's an obscure one. I swear we rented it every weekend for about 2 months. And it's a fun story. Martin Short's doing the almost Robin Hood thing for his daughter, robbing a bank. Nick Nolte is let out of jail. James Earl Jones plays the police chief, and give him a ride to the bank so he can cash his check from the jail, you know, working laundry, whatever. And then boom, that happens. And they're like, oh my gosh, we dropped him off at the bank and he hit it, you know, right out of jail. It's hilarious. I love it so much. Anyway, all right, 3 more. I found and picked up these because I never see the videos from Deke. So there's 2 Heath clips.
Cool.
From Deke Video.
Nice.
1988 and 1987. There's, let's see, 3 episodes on each tape. So I saw that in a corner and I was like, that looks like Heathcliff, and pulled it out, and yes, there it was. And then one of the favorite find recently, nothing really spectacular here. So this is a tape from the Farmore Pharmacy, a previously viewed tape, just bright and orange. I'm like, what in the world is this? I look a little bit closer. It's 3 episodes of The Real Ghostbusters.
I saw that logo, you know, those kids, and I was like, I know that's Ghostbusters. That's awesome.
So yeah, I saw that for whatever, 50 cents. I was like, I know it doesn't have the original box, but why not, man? It's The Real Ghostbusters. So I got my first Real Ghostbusters tape. All right, what's next, Adam?
Good stuff so far. So I just have a little bit of music, and then I'm gonna get into my books here. But so I've been getting more and more ever since I found my boom box, that, you know, my dual cassette boom box. I've been loving it. I've been getting into tapes more and more. So I picked this one up, the Pump Up the Volume soundtrack. Okay, so I actually walked into Goodwill at the end of the day, and I was gonna get it, and the line was literally around the store. Like they had like 1 checker or something. So I just put it back and went back a few days later. It was still there, luckily. So the other one here, the reason I was so interested, this is Foreigner's first album, you know, their eponymous album. But the thing that was so interesting to me, this is super old school. It's from 1977. I don't think I knew cassette was a format in 1977 already. And so it doesn't play
like well. When you got those black bars, almost like the, what do you call them, letterbox bars on the cover?
Yeah.
That's when you know it's old. Or if they have the like barcode right at the bottom. Yeah.
And then, you know, one of their contemporaries, I got this for Jason. So this is a Styx single. So I don't come across them often, but Show Me the Way. So
yeah,
that's headed towards you. And then So also I've been digging through the records, haven't been finding much. I did on the day Olivia Newton-John passed away, I actually saw Olivia Newton-John records. I was like, oh, I should have grabbed them. I didn't know till after the fact, but instead I ended up with some Christmas book and record sets.
Yep, I have that one. Yep.
So that one, this one is just Christmas songs. I don't know if you've seen this one. This is just a record, so that's pretty old. And then Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. So those will be fun for Christmas time. Grab those, throw them on the old turntable. But so then I've been going through the kids' books, and this is where I get my most enjoyment these days, since my Goodwill doesn't have VHS as much. So I got a fun DuckTales storybook, but it's one of these hardcover ones, which is really nice. I love this.
I have that same exact one. I can go get it and show it off. Yeah.
And then check this out. I don't know if you'll remember this, Jason. I don't know. Neither of you might. But do you remember Beekman's World on CBS Saturday mornings? Okay.
I do. Yeah.
So this is like they give you trivia, about animals and whatever, So it's like, what animal lays the biggest egg? The ostrich, the hummingbird, the boa constrictor, or the tortoise? And then they have like snarky commentary after they give you the answer. Like the characters are on the back and they make little jokes. So I thought that was really neat. My son is just obsessed with all the YouTube videos where you're learning trivia. So that's for the car, so you can flip through it. Usually you find a lot of Goosebumps books. I already have quite a few of them, but then there's the offshoots, right? The imitators. So I found this first book in the Bone Chiller series, but I just love the title here because, it's Beware the Shopping Mall, and the subtitle is Shop till you drop dead. Okay. So, I don't know. That was just fun. This one I picked up for my wife and she didn't care. I've done this. Her favorite movie is Ever After. I got her the novelization of Ever After. She's like, I like the movie. I don't need the book. I was like, I'm going to try again, dear, because she loves Doris Day. So love her, come back. Super old school. How about the next Karate Kid novelization?
Oh, wow.
Maybe there's a deleted scene where Daniel calls Mr. Miyagi on the phone. I don't know. They were wishful thinking back then before Cobra Kai. Check out this one. I Spy, the novelization. All right, I never saw this movie, but I'm curious.
It's weird. I've never seen the movie either, but I've seen that novelization and passed on it several times. So, yeah.
Somebody had to grab it. This one I definitely saw in theaters and was disappointed. Van Helsing with Hugh Jackman.
Nice.
What is this movie? But then I went to Universal Studios right after I saw it. They had a big Van Helsing like castle you could walk through that was like a haunted house. That was kind of fun. Speaking of those heroic figures, the Mask of Zorro.
You got that one?
Yeah, they got all the pictures in there, so you get the adventure. How about the junior novelization of Jurassic Park?
Nice.
That's great. Again, they have some great pictures in there. Get your shot of the gates. Novelization for Twister. This one has information about just like Twisters in general and photos from the film. But I saw that movie in theaters. I fell asleep during Twister as a teenager. Oh. I was bored. I was like, they just keep sending the sensor up and it comes down. Send it up. Like it was repetitious. And so I was not excited about that film. But finally, the big one here, Godzilla. That's right. The 90s Godzilla film. And it's a textured cover. So it's very exciting. You can feel the scales of Godzilla. So very fun. There's his little raptor Godzilla babies, So yeah, so some very fun books that I've spotted lately. What about you, Kevin?
All right. This is all one collection here. So there's a pawn shop, resale thing, whatever, that used to be really good and fun. And they've moved around and building's awful. I think it's really just like somewhere people can flip electronics quick and they end up with other things. But it's other things I'm interested in, So all the VHS are gone. The DVDs have been picked over. The CDs have been picked over. They'll have random comics there, but it's just like in a pile getting destroyed and sticker. And I'm like, all right, don't want that. So out of nowhere, I see a comic logo. And I was like, what the hell is this? And then I see a bunch of them. And it's dirt cheap. Because the first thing I was going to grab is they had these Hot Wheel sets that I thought said $1.99 each. They were like huge sets with like truck, car, a couple other things in it. No, $19.99 each.
Ooh.
Well, that's what's going for on eBay. I'm like, you're a junk shop. Like,
Yeah.
let's be reasonable here. So I see these and I'm getting mad. And then it turns out they're $1 each. And I was like, I'm getting one of each. I'm going to have fun with this. And this is a perfect father-son bonding time. So they are Avengers Build and Grow. Okay. So here's all the pieces inside. So I got Captain America. I have a Thor. I have a Falcon.
So what is it, Kevin? Building and Grow.
Black Widow and Hulk. So apparently they were like some sort of like over the summer woodworking project thing at Lowe's. And this junk shop like just bought them out or had them donated or whatever. They just wanted to get rid of them. So you get like a chunk of wood that you build your superhero on. It's kid friendly, so you can do it together. So that's as far as we got for it. But Iron Man's like one level, and then this piece is another, and then there's more that go on top of it and more stickers.
Huh.
And when you're done, there's a base that makes the whole Avengers logo at the end, and it slides right in there, and you can have all of them surrounding it.
Fun.
I was convinced it was a Chia Pet knockoff.
I was thinking about those little figures that you put in water that grow like
Yep.
12 times your size or whatever.
Yeah, so I found one of each. There were only 6 total. I looked it up while I was in there. I'm like, let me see how many of these there are. And let me see, they don't resell for much, or else I would have bought more of them just for the heck of it. But my kid and I sat down the other night and just started building this and having a blast for it. Just seeing all the stuff. I will say, if anyone finds them, like, find a good surface to nail them on, because it's a kid-friendly thing, but you really do have to nail it. It's not just like pre-drilled holes all the way through. Like, that's whatever wood this is a good thickness for it. So my kid couldn't really get through it, and then I started banging on it, and I could see people looking out their window wondering who the hell's banging stuff. So we stopped for now, but we're gonna keep going on these for, honestly, I think we got like a few weeks ahead of us to just do some of these like here and there.
That's cool.
But $1 each, I was super excited for it. It's not my usual thrifting find kind of stuff, but for what it will be for, like, a family memory of just doing it together, totally.
Get away from the screens.
I am trying. Thank God he loves nature walks. We'll do a nature walk and pretend any animal we see is a Pokemon. Yeah. So yeah, not my usual, but super excited for this. I can't wait to see it. And then as I got both you on social media, anyone on here, we give our plugs at the end. When these are all done, I'll post pictures and stuff for them too.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's all. That's my big round 2 one there.
Okay. I got a few things in music and books. I think I mentioned, I guess probably on Instagram. I've been doing most of my record reveals on Instagram. So if you follow me over there, Rediscover the 80s, you'll see a lot more that I'm picking up. And I've been really lucky lately at my local Goodwills, and not just using the Shop Goodwill site. But this was a big one for me to pick up.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Greatest American Hero, believe it or not, 45. My mom had this. I spun it all the time as a kid. This was a really big one to put in my picture sleeve collection. And then, online, it's been pretty cutthroat over on Shop Goodwill. When you get a good lot of picture sleeves, it took me, I got outbid on 2. One had a Pee Wee Herman picture sleeve that I really wanted. The rocking, what was it? Something bird.
The bird is the word. Yeah.
From
Back to the Beach. Yeah.
From the, yes. I had no idea that was released on a single. He's actually got two. I went over to Discogs and had to look, and he's got two singles released on picture sleeves. So I was outbid on that one. I was really upset about that. But I did find a really nice one that I went through on Instagram. That was the one that really caught my eye, was the Hill Street Blues theme from Mike Post. Released and actually charted up. It might have been a top 10. I'm pretty sure the Greatest American Hero song was a #1. But Mike Post had these string of themes in the 80s, mainly with Stephen J. Cannell. Magnum PI was another one, that were released actually as singles and charted. So pretty crazy back then. You had all those instrumentals and stuff hit the airwaves. So those were two big ones that I got recently. Always on the lookout for the Garfield books. And you can always tell because they're always standing up, like, like that in between everything else. And I found one that I did not have, which is his 25th book, nice and shiny and almost holographic there. Garfield hits it big time, book number 25. I have not really gone and looked to see how many books there are total in the run, but I've got to be up near 20 or 25.
Oh, that you have. I thought you meant how many are there.
How many there are total
in the 60s or 70s.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, because they come to work still.
I might be close to halfway there. I've got a friend in Chicago, that family friend. She's supposed to be sending me some Garfield books that she found at a local thrift shop. And then my last book find, it's been kind of slim pickings for the books, but I had to pick this up even though it's so tattered and worn. I have another one that's hardback like this that's really cool because you never see them in the hardback. A Choose Your Own Adventure book, this larger size. This one is Help You're Shrinking. Book number, what number is this? I don't know. I don't know if it was an actual like adaptation from the smaller novels, but I do have one that's in a lot better shape. That's the Choose Your Own Adventure series. So it's just so weird seeing them in this huge, huge portrait size versus those little paperbacks. Mm-hmm. And had to pick that up. So that's all my music and books lately. Been really short. I've got a couple crazy, weird, not crazy and weird, novelty stuff, we'll say, to finish out. But what you got over there, Adam?
Yeah, I mean that's a great description of what I'm about to show you guys. This is a grab bag of treasures that I am so excited to share. So I'm going to start out. How about a vintage Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles water bottle from 1987? This is man. Do you remember how? Yeah, there was everybody had one of these. Every property, right? Oh yeah. It's like those, like the coffee cups that everybody gets now. It's like you had to have one of these. You just carry it around with you.
Yep.
So, super excited about that. Then, you should see me when I go into Goodwill and I like just my vision, like it's just like doop, 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 doop. I see the thing, I grab it and I pull it and I walk and I move to the, and so this was the first thing I grabbed on a recent trip, an X-Men puzzle. Okay. It's a 100-piece puzzle. It has this sticker on it that said free toy inside. There is no free toy inside, but I did put it together. It is complete. This sells for like $25 on eBay, like this particular puzzle. It's just great art on it. But then also inside were Marvel Masterpieces 1994 trading cards. Nice. So the kid who collected this was really into X-Men. And so I was super excited about that. I was like, no free toy inside, but free cards inside. Excellent.
That's a pretty big store, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure this next thing came from the same kid because it is the X-Men board game.
Nice.
Okay? I got this for Christmas. My sister just brought me photos of my mom's that I hadn't seen in years. I was like, that's me getting the X-Men game. And then I found this like a week later. And so now the thing you'll see here is that it has figurines in it. That's what everybody really wanted it for. I never learned how to play the game. It has figurines and it has cards in it that are kind of like basically the equivalent of a trading card, so you can play the character. Now, you're supposed to have 18 collectible X-Men figures in here. How many do you think I actually ended up with?
I'm going to say about 12.
12? What do you think,
8.
Kevin?
8.
Kevin wins. There were 9, so I got half of them. The other half have disappeared, so it was still very cool to find that game. I'm going to play with my son. We'll enjoy it. Now, also in my travels, we took a trip. My wife had a work conference. On the way back, we drove separate, and so I took the kids home a little early, and we stopped in on an estate sale. And I said to the kids, "I'm buying you a snack. You're getting some candy. Dad's running into this estate sale. You're not going to complain while we're looking around the estate sale." And I rarely do this. I mean, I wish I did more garage sale stuff. But so the first thing I saw, vintage card pages, okay, for your sports cards, which I just thought was so great. You still got the hanger tag on it and everything. Then there was the baseball card little album. So you could put them in there. You did, yeah.
I think I did.
I think we all did, man, at some point.
So that was cool just to find those, and not necessarily my thing. Then I'm looking around, and I did find a VHS tape, a couple of them that were filled with cartoons and commercials that I will be putting on my YouTube page eventually. I also recently put up on there something called The Dangers of Rock and Roll, which was a satanic panic sermon from a televangelist in Orange County, where I grew up. It was a 714 area code number. I was like, what? And so I put an edited version of that up on YouTube. But so that was an awesome find. Then the last thing, as I was leaving, I was waiting to talk to the person to get a price on something. And I saw a box, and it was a cardboard box just filled with random items. So I start digging through it. I'm like, oh, there's a Jack in the Box, antenna ball. You remember those? How big?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
How about some original Space Jam Happy Meal toys here, that go together, things like that. I'm digging around. I'm like, okay, there's some type of little train figurine guy. And most of the box was like Matchbox cars. Some of these might be worth something. Who knows? I'm not a Matchbox collector. Then I'm digging around farther. I'm like, oh, okay, we got definitely some Jimmy Neutron cards that came in a Happy Meal. But then how about vintage Garbage Pail Kids cards? Okay. Sitting there. So that was beautiful. Then I'm digging a little bit further. I'm like, oh, there's a Pez dispenser, a little Santa Claus Pez dispenser. And then I look a little bit farther, and I see a familiar winged helmet. This is a Thor Pez dispenser from the 70s.
Oh, wow.
And I the minute I saw it, I said, those Pez people are crazy. I bet this is worth crazy money. And it is. Okay, so normally this is selling for like $200 if it's complete. He's missing his hair, unfortunately. This is a bald Thor. But I put it up on eBay anyway, and it is already climbing. So they want it. Somebody's got the pieces of hair they're going to add to it somewhere. But I was just like, that's what you stop at an estate sale for and pay $5 for a random box of toys. And you see this type of stuff. So that was like my big find. And then I was like, okay, so that's my value. You can't beat it. And then the last thing, as I'm walking out, I'm like, wait a minute, there's something interesting. I wonder, what could that be? A relic from the past? A Polaroid camera. Okay, it's got the flash, it's got everything on it. And so I was like, it looked like it was in pretty good shape. I asked her just a couple bucks for it, and I bring it home and I start researching because it's like, how do Polaroid cameras work? There's no place to put a battery. And I find out, oh, the film has the battery. And then I go online, like they're still making cartridges for this model that you can buy, brand new film.
Oh, wow.
It works. So there it is. It is a beautiful thing. This will be ready in 15 minutes, and we'll have a picture of Jason on the iPad. I will send that to you. A Polaroid of yourself.
Shake it. Yeah.
Yep. Shake it out. So this was my equivalent of the camcorder for this. I'm gonna have some fun taking some vintage pictures with the Polaroid. So
great. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So that's it.
All right, Kevin.
All right. So I looked up your Thor, Pez, quickly. Yeah, you did good.
Yeah, it's working out.
All right. I can't remember if I showed these or not. So if I did, tell me, and I'll skip ahead, but I have a backup. Okay, so I will collect the comic strip stuff wherever I can find it, and in any format, Garfield stuff, you know, mass market paperbacks, whatever. So I found, do I want to block it? I'll block it. All right, so I found Al Cap's Lil Abner. Okay, cool. Kind of know about it. Yeah, I don't want to. So it's not just any artist that filled in for him. It's the Frank Frazetta years.
Whoa!
All right, so I didn't show this before.
No,
Okay.
that's cool.
Okay, so it's pretty. It's really pretty, and the art is so crazy good in it. Just the fact that it's Frazetta alone, I would have grabbed it. But it's just beautiful. It's all in color. Who did this? Probably Dark. Yeah, it's Dark Horse. This is volume 2. Luckily, there was a volume 4.
Whoa!
Now 1 and 3, they're not that expensive. I just don't know that I want to do them right now, because I'm like, I like these, but do I like them enough that I want the whole set? And I haven't decided yet. Because I only got 2, so I don't necessarily need the full set yet. But just
Cool.
so pretty. Oh god, it even smells good. It is so pretty. So I found those. Then all right, I was getting this for one thing, and I will admit, you know, Adam stuff has inspired me in recent years and all, and I really want the comics history and stuff like that. So I found previews.
What? I see a name on there.
You do see a name on there.
I do.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say the name. So this is from 1991. So the Rob is exclusive interview and price guide. So is this this might be pre-image 91. Yeah, right before.
Yeah, just before, yeah.
So it turns out this covers like a little bit wraparound too, showing off what Marvel has going on. And I dug through, like, I wouldn't have found it usually, but I was on a mission and there's just tons of junk, and I found one. And the only reason I got it is there's my buddy on the back. So it counts as a speedball thing. But I mean, like, previews are getting crazy right now for stuff too. But it's got like the card inserts still in it and all too.
Wow.
It's all black and white, which they're not now. What's this? Something for a Bill and Ted card thing too. Like, it's got all the random inserts. So as I'm flipping through though, I see another one. And I can't believe I found this one. So this is September 92. On the one hand, we have, hey, look what's coming.
Wow.
Jim Lee's, you can say that name. Jim Lee's Wildcats coming. Go ahead and order it now. It's like, all right, cool. But geez, how are the big two going to compete with Image, Adam? You talk about it all the time on your podcast. Well, let's kill someone off.
Ooh.
This is for any listeners, any watchers that don't know, these previews books come out. This is for September for publications, shipping in November. So 2 months beforehand, your comic stores get these. They put it out there. You write down what you want to get. They order it for you, and then they know how much to get. I think the other one has a picture that says sample, so I'm guessing these were from the store, whatever store it was. And then there's a couple comic stores in my area that have gone out of business, and I don't know what happened to the stuff. So that's my best guess, is that these were from that. But there's no, like, everything's still perfect on the inside too. Because I don't know, Adam, if you've seen some of these, but a lot of them have like highlighting and circling and stuff all over them because whoever was using it was ordering their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing because this was in the store, they're like, no, it's just to flip through and don't actually get it. Speaking of regrets though, so I'm super excited I found these. I couldn't find any more. Very upset. But I had a bunch of them in the 90s. Like
Oh,
shelves and shelves of them. And one day I thought, why would I ever want these again? And I got rid of them all in one shot.
Mm.
And I'm so mad because some people are counting some of these as first appearances. Like there's some
Right.
people say, oh, that's first appearance of Wildcats. It's not, but some people do. So the Spawn one, the Spawn on the cover, is like a
Mhm.
$400 to $500
Wow.
throwaway magazine. Because
Yeah.
some people are saying it's first appearance. The Miles Morales one's shooting up there too right now. But I was just so yeah, that's a nice little addition to the comic collection.
That's great, man. That's so cool.
All right, I'm tapped now.
Okay. Well, I did find a couple more things one more thing for Adam. And we all know he loves Dick Tracy. And so I'm going through that little antique mall by myself that one day, and there's a new booth that popped up, had some 80s stuff in there. I was like, ooh, okay. Had some old erasers. I'm regretting not getting those because there was like some that had McDonald's characters on there I didn't recognize. I should have grabbed that. But also saw a small Dick Tracy figurine, which I texted to Adam. He said, yep, got that. But do you have a pencil topper with Dick Tracy? So it's actually not just a topper. It is a branded Dick Tracy pencil too. So
Yeah, that's great.
I had to pick that up for, I don't know, it was $1 or something. I looked through the glassware, and Adam, we talked about on our Batman Forever wax pack flashback about, collecting those mugs. And I've collected a few glasses along the way, and I will glance through there. A lot of times the character ones are just faded, been used. You don't find them in good condition. But there's a couple sets that I would like to have. This one wasn't necessarily one that was jumping out at me, but there were several sets that Pizza Hut released that were pretty nice. And this was a pretty good looking Pizza Hut glass. So there's one of the Care Bears.
Oh my god!
There's 4 of them. This is from '83, and I just saw that. I'm not like I said, I'm not a huge Care Bears collector. I do like collecting some of the glassware, and it was in really great shape. And I saw the Pizza Hut logo on the back. I was like, all right, I'm gonna pick that up. And then I think it was literally the next time we were at Goodwill, another Goodwill, I found a really nice ET one. So, and this was Pizza Hut as well. This one is '82, of course. So I've seen these along the way. There's the Smurfs ones that I remember having as a kid that I'd love to collect. But they're usually grimy and used, and I don't know. It's hard to find those that are like in pretty decent shape. So I picked those 2 up. And then the last thing was in the same booth as the Dick Tracy stuff that I'm pretty sure I had one of these as a kid. And I guess it was probably a checkout item when the Smurfs were at their peak. This is a Smurfs bubblegum machine.
Neat.
So the mushroom twists off, you put your small little gumballs in there, and then it's got a little door on this other side. There's a little mechanism in the back. You just flip it over, and then it comes out the door here in the front. So
I love that. That's neat.
it was in pretty good shape. The Smurf gum machine, on the side. And I was huge into the Smurfs back in the day, so I picked that up. I think that was $3 or $4, something like that. But just I don't find those odds and ends very often. And Adam, you seem to be the odds and ends king. But my Goodwill, for some reason, the 2 or 3 within range, they don't have a lot of those just knickknacks and just odds and ends you would find that you are finding more than I think I am. But so that's it. We did pretty good this time, I think.
Yeah.
I'm still not sold on we beat your camcorder, but that Polaroid, that's pretty exciting to find.
Yeah, it's great, man. I remember the excitement of instant photography back then. You know, we
Yeah.
take it for granted now, just looking on our phones at the pictures. So
Yeah. Kevin, you found some good books. Those previews, you know, who would have thought that those would be worth something now? You know?
I mean, this must be how my family felt for throwing out their comics, their baseball cards, stuff like that. That I had years worth of that stuff and just let it all go.
well, and I was going to say, this is a plug for another podcast, but Chad Young turned me on to them. They're called the VHS Bandits. And I just remembered your Terror Tunes video that you found. They covered that. So if you want some commentary to go along with your video experience, I would say check out that episode.
All right.
Yeah, we did pretty good with the VHSs this time around as well. So lots of I gotta make some room here. The walls are closing in. I gotta get some of this stuff out to you guys. So all right, well, we will wrap things up, and of course, down in the description here on YouTube, you can find links to all of our personal channels, and of course, we're over there on the Retro Network. We all have our own podcasts now that we're knee deep into. Of course, Adam, you've been doing Wizards for how long now? Are we going on
3 years, coming up on 3 years? Yeah,
years at the end of the year. Yeah. And Kevin, doing your Hellions Talks things on occasion when you have a voice, right?
Yep, when I have a voice, and I have a guest this weekend. I don't want to say anything, but it's someone that I've talked about and talked to a lot, and he's got a different project going on. So and then he surprised me and said, "Oh, I'll have more people on than just me." I'm like, "Oh, okay." We'll roll with it. So scheduled right now to record Sunday.
Fun. Yeah, Hellions Talks. You can find all of our shows. Of course, I'm doing the greatest lists with my buddy Eric, going through the top 50 80s movie soundtracks. We just did a track-by-track review of Def Leppard's Hysteria for the 35th anniversary. That was really fun. So the retronetwork.com/podcasts, you can connect with all of those right there in that one location. And then, of course, yeah, we invite you to subscribe, leave comments. You know, is there something that stuck out to you this week that you need to tell us about? Want us to look for something? I don't know. We'll keep an eye out for things. We keep an eye out for each other, but that's all what the Horde is. We're a community of diggers and looking out for each other and what we collect. So would love to get your thoughts and comments too right here on YouTube. So, well, I think it's going to do it, guys, unless you guys have anything else you wanted to plug before we get out of here.
Nope, I think that's all the excitement we have in store for now, but I think there's some other projects on the horizon. Maybe next episode.
All right. Little tease there. So, all right, we thank everybody for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Yeah, you're going to have to report back on how much you're going to get for that. I want to know. We'll see you guys next time on the Thrift Store Horde.